Welcome back to another episode of the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. I'm Alex.
And I'm Emma. Today we're diving into a critical public health issue that's been gaining a lot of attention lately: valley fever, or coccidioidomycosis. It's a fungal infection that's seeing a surge, especially in California.
Yes, Emma. Valley fever is caused by inhaling coccidioides spores, which are found in the soil of the southwestern U.S., particularly in California. From fewer than 1,500 cases in 2001 to over 9,000 cases in 2023, it's become a real concern.
And one reason it's on everyone's radar right now is the recent outbreak at the Lightning in a Bottle Music Festival in Kern County, California. Originally, there were just 5 reported cases, but by August 2024, that number had jumped to at least 19 confirmed cases, with 8 people hospitalized.
That's huge. And with around 20,000 attendees at the festival, people were likely exposed to the spores because of the dusty environment. It's a reminder that events like this, held in areas where the fungus thrives, come with increased risks.
Exactly. Valley fever symptoms can be deceiving because they often mimic the flu. We're talking about fever, coughing, fatigue, but it can escalate quickly and cause severe complications if left untreated.
It's tricky because so many people might brush it off as a regular respiratory infection, but the rise in cases, especially after large gatherings, shows how important it is for people to seek medical attention if symptoms persist.
And here's where things get even more complicated. Climate change is a big factor. As the climate shifts, so do the conditions that allow the coccidioides fungus to spread. Dry seasons followed by rain, like in California's Central Valley, are creating the perfect environment for the spores to become airborne.
Yes, studies have shown that the highest valley fever rates tend to peak between September and November after dry periods. But there's another side to this. Drought conditions can actually suppress the number of cases in the short term, followed by a big spike when the rain returns.
Which makes public health preparedness even more challenging. It's not just about managing cases during the dry season, it's about being ready for the increase in infections after the rains come.
And unfortunately, there's no vaccine for valley fever yet. Researchers are working on it, but developing a vaccine has its hurdles. One question is, who should get vaccinated? Should it be people in endemic areas or anyone who might be exposed, like outdoor workers or festival goers?
Right, and even if a vaccine becomes available, public education will be key. People need to understand the risks and the importance of getting vaccinated, especially with how rapidly the disease can spread.
And speaking of spread, recent studies have used advanced modeling to understand how coccidioides is expanding. It turns out that endemic regions for this fungus aren't just in Southern California. They're spreading into Arizona, New Mexico, and even some parts of Texas and Colorado.
That's crucial because it means valley fever might be underreported in places that don't have mandated case tracking. And if we're only relying on reported cases, we're missing a lot of the picture.
So better surveillance is needed, especially in regions where coccidioides might be present but isn't being reported accurately. This research shows how climate and agricultural practices can influence the number of cases, so targeted messaging is essential.
And for those who do contract valley fever, treatment is another area where we're seeing progress. Right now, fluconazole is the standard antifungal treatment, but recent studies have looked at combining it with drugs like tamoxifen and sertraline, which show promise in preclinical trials.
That's great news for people with severe cases. Combining medications could be a game changer, especially for those who don't respond well to current treatments. But it's not just about the medications. The stigma around fungal diseases is a big issue too.
Exactly. Many people with fungal infections like valley fever face delays in getting diagnosed and treated because of stigma. At a recent summit, patients and caregivers emphasized how this affects their recovery, both physically and emotionally.
Addressing that stigma is just as important as finding new treatments. Without reducing the barriers to care, people will continue to struggle with delayed diagnoses, which can worsen their outcomes.
That's why taking a well-rounded approach to treatment is so crucial. Along with medical care, there are some powerful herbal remedies from the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies that can boost your immune system and help manage symptoms, working hand in hand with conventional treatments.
Yes, for immune support, echinacea and garlic are great options. Echinacea helps boost the immune system, while garlic has natural antifungal properties. These can be helpful when combined with conventional treatments.
Milk thistle is another option. It's great for protecting the liver, especially for those on long-term antifungal meds, which can be hard on the liver. And turmeric is an excellent anti-inflammatory that can help reduce inflammation caused by the infection.
And don't forget about black pepper. It enhances the bioavailability of medications, which means it can help the body absorb treatments more effectively. It's all about combining the right herbs for maximum benefit.
Of course, as always, it's important to consult with a healthcare provider before starting any herbal regimen, especially with something as serious as valley fever.
Absolutely. The rise in valley fever cases, particularly with climate change and large gatherings like festivals, shows us just how important it is to stay informed and take proactive measures.
And by combining both medical treatments and herbal remedies, we can create a holistic approach to managing valley fever and protecting our health.
Be sure to check out herbalbloom.org for more information, and don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on our latest episodes.
Thanks for joining us today on the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. Take care of your health, stay informed, and we'll see you next time on the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies.
See you next time.